So, Santa got you a new PC or console, and you want to play some GTA Online, but you can't be asked to be spawning on these crazy lobbies filled with kill on site players, especially if you're a new player. No experience, no weapons, nothing. So, if you're looking for Square One, you've come to the right place. But just before we start, I'm not here to tell you how you're supposed to enjoy your game. Either you want to rocket launch through your missions or fly away on a Mach 2, or you feel like you need to cheat, glitch, whatever you need to do to go through the game, grand, that's your thing. Fun is subjective, everyone is different. I'm not here to tell you that. What I'm here to do is to promote genuine and fair gameplay while avoiding exploits, glitches, and everything. It's all for fun. So this video is not about the fastest, cheatiest, dopiest, glitchiest way to get to $1 fadillion. It's about getting started and having fun. So if this sounds good, stick around. Let's rock. The boogeyman of brand new players, it's always going to be the public sessions. Going head to head against players that have been grinding this for 10 plus years, it's always going to be hard and tricky, especially if you're a new player, no weapons, no experience, nothing. So instead, we're going to load the game into this sandbox environment so you can figure out the basics such as settings, controls, and adjust all the preferences to your liking. To do so, always load the game into story mode first, and from there, go to online, find your session, and make yourself a private lobby. Now, this is a private session where you can adjust the settings on your own time, and see what does this button do, and check how graphics work, adjust everything. If you're put into a public session, you can always go private from there. You can always do an online find your session and then make yourself a private lobby. I have a note here on a pro tip on settings. Set your driving camera to high. No, don't forget about that one. Moving to number 2, a million different approaches to character creation. And here's the one I've been using for a good while now. I'm not expecting a new player to do this. Sometimes people like that power play or to represent themselves in the game. But if you're looking for a new challenge, if you're a seasoned player and you came across this video and you're still around, try this one. Give your new character an alter ego. Let me explain. Give it a backstory, style, preferred weapons, and vehicle. This way, you can simply lend your skills while at the same time separating yourself and just enjoy a story being played. A little bit of RP. With the character having their own personality, you can entertain certain choices in game that would not necessarily be the ones you take for certain situations. Also, with preferred weapons, you know now what's important to get first. If your character favors shotguns, when you walk into ammunition, you know exactly the type of weapon you're looking for, especially if you cannot afford them all. And the same goes with the vehicles. You don't have to feel like you need to own them all. You can start with the ones that are lore related to your character and then move on to the next one. So basically, we're just giving the character some direction, some goals. So when it arrives into Los Santos, he has a purpose and you know which direction you need to take it. Does this make sense? I hope it does. All right, moving to number 3. You have $0 to your name and the map is filled with icons. So the best way I go about this is to always tell people to get familiar with the interaction menu, where you can check how to turn on and off certain activities. And there's a lot of things that can actually be launched from there. So 4 quick tips here. Give a go to some 3 times money and RP missions. You can launch them just from the starting screen. Try some purple hits around the map. You don't need a property to do so, and that's a little bit of cash for you. Steal a car. Now, this is the OG car. Like, this is the car that OG players remember to steal and sell for like 17K or something. Sell it at the customs, get yourself another one. You need to do this in between certain hours. And the 4th one, check the daily challenges and weekly challenges, which pay decently. Check them from the interaction menu as well. Now, there are also a couple of businesses such as pizza delivery, which aren't too bad to try out and see if you enjoy doing them, and that's a little bit of cash there as well. And because you're on a private session, you don't need to rush or always think that some players are going to interfere with you with a mission. You can learn the missions, do them at your own pace, and just move on from there. You can take your time learning to navigate Los Santos and whatnot. Once you get either a few thousand or some experience or both, you can get yourself a couple weapons, you can get yourself the car that you wish, and you can start thinking about moving to the next points. Speaking of which, the game loop, which is pretty simple. In GTA Online, what you do is buy a property, get access to missions, and then make money, then buy new things, save a couple millis for the new DLC, but then just go in the loop of making missions or playing missions, making money, and buying things. The business will vary a little bit on the gameplay. I let you all to just go in and then check what you like or what not. But my suggestion is always to start with the LS Car Meet membership and an auto shop. This is because you get access to a 10-car garage, crucial unlocks for your vehicles like armors and engine upgrades and whatnot, and then you get access to missions which can be completed solo, even for new players, and snacks that are also free and you can restock during the cooldown. As you do these missions, you get a little bit of experience about how the engine works, how the tooltips work, what you need to pick up or not, navigate through Los Santos, and at the same time, you can also visit Vince at the police station and do the Clucking Bell raid. This doesn't require property, and you can earn cash along the way. Now, if you follow the prompts and the cues, it'll be easier to complete. So any issues, let me just chill here my GTO playlist. It's gonna be linked below. I think I've made videos for pretty much everything. So if you're having trouble with anything, I have like follow-alongs and whatnot. So do check them out. I much appreciate it. I kind of need watch time. So the play here is to build basic game fundamentals and gradually rank up. So by the time you get to the submarine, which is what everyone is going to tell you is the best way to make money, by the time you get to there, you have like some basic knowledge, like some good fundamentals about the game, and you won't be struggling too much to complete the mission, which is a little bit tricky if you're a new player. And instead of just struggling through it, there's other ways to build up to there. So if you stuck around this long, here's something you might want to hear. This is an unconventional approach, I know this, and we're not here to take shortcuts in a sense. I mean, we're skipping some of the content, but all we're doing here is just focusing on our gameplay and doing our own thing and not comparing ourselves with anyone around the streets of Los Santos. I hope you can adapt these tips to your gameplay. Best of luck on your journey. If you need any help, just jolt a comment down there. I'll do my best to answer. See you around in Los Santos. Stay metal.
6 degrees, then... No.